Decatur, a small, unassuming town in central Illinois. A town full of good, hard-working, God-fearing people. The soybean capital of America. A city on the go and on the grow. She's a beautiful city, but she's also a city shrouded in darkness. A city overrun by crimes and corruption. A town plagued by muggings, murders, and people who forget to bring presents to housewarming parties. A city in need of a hero. And not just any hero. A hero who cares for all her people and will work hard, non-stop to protect them all. A hero who will never rest for a town that never rests. And that's why I've started up this GoFundMe campaign. Now, if I can raise enough money in 10 weeks, what I plan to do is enlist the help of Paul Rudd, get some tights and some colorful underwear, and a soybean scent diffuser.
Good evening, listeners. It's owl stretching time. And now, here's your host, Frank Macaluso.
And hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in once again to Owl Stretching Time. Fall is in full swing, and Halloween is just around the corner, which makes it the perfect time of year for telling spooky stories around the campfire.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight.
She turned around to see why John wasn't responding. And he was dead, and embedded into his skull was the rusty hook.
Wow, that was a really good story, Colin.
Thank you.
Anybody else got a spooky story they want to tell?
Oh, I've told all mine.
Me too. And I don't think I could come up with one off the cuff the way Colin does.
Really, it's just a lot of practice. That's my big secret. I'm no genius or anything.
You are, though. It's amazing how quickly your mind works.
Yeah.
Ah, come on, it's nothing.
Just take the damn compliment, dude.
All right, thanks.
Well, if nobody's got any more scary stories, I guess we can all go to bed then.
I think I could give it a try.
You got one?
I mean, I just have the germ of an idea, but I think I can make it come together.
Cool, let's hear it.
Yeah.
So, it starts with this perfectly normal guy in a perfectly normal house on what would otherwise be a perfectly normal day.
Ooh, promising. I like.
Perfectly normal, except for one thing. Today is the day he has to file his tax returns! He had waited too long, you see, so we had to, get them done right away.
We get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so, he doesn't want to miss the deadline, so he does the work really, really fast. And he doesn't notice that he forgot to carry the two! Ah!
I don't get it. How's that scary?
He forgot to carry the two! That's totally gonna screw with his returns. He may even get audited.
Jake, I think what Yolanda meant was that messing up on your tax returns is kind of a mundane thing. It's not really a Halloween type of scary, you know what I mean?
Yeah, what you tend to want to go for is some mysterious creature or supernatural being or something like that.
Yeah, something where someone could get killed gruesomely.
Oh, okay. I think I got it now. Let me try another one. I think I know what to do now.
Okay, give it a whirl.
So, it all starts in this dark alleyway. There's a young, beautiful woman walking home alone from a party, carrying her stilettos in her hands. Suddenly, she hears a crash, like someone bumped into a garbage can, like someone was watching her, following her even. She turns around. Nothing. All is still and calm and quiet. She turns back, and all of a sudden, there in front of her, is the Greek god Zeus! Ah! You know, Zeus, get it? Because he can never keep it in his pants?
Whoa! Oh, dude, no!
Yeah, just... no.
What? What was wrong? What'd I do?
I think you went for the wrong kind of scary.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of situation is petrifying AF. But it's not like a fun kind of scary.
Yeah, that was just straight up wrong and bad.
We were talking about the kind of scary stuff that you would see in a horror movie, you know, like Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street. Cheesy scary.
Oh, okay, I got it now. Let me try again.
Okay, but this is the last one and then we'll all go to bed, okay?
Okay. So, it's a cold winter day. Two kids are outside building a snowman. An ominous wind blows, chilling them to the core. One of the children notices one of the snowman's twig arms moving. The other child says he's just seeing things, so they go back to working on their snowman. Suddenly, something grabs the first child by the throat. It's the snowman. Before either child can do anything, the snowman's mouth opens wide, revealing teeth as sharp as knives where his pebble smile used to be. With one mighty chomp, the snowman bites the first child's head off. Whoa! The other child begins to run for dear life, but the snowman is much too fast for him. He runs with all his might until he just can't run anymore. He stops and looks behind him. And there's the snowman.
Oh.
Slowly and weakly crawling towards his victim-to-be. Melting! The mighty snow demon, felled by global warming.
All right, bedtime. Let's hit the sack.
I can't believe you
Oh,
made it.
Wait,
God.
what'd I do wrong? What'd I do?
all right,
Been bed forever.
hey, it's
Honestly,
fine.
Jim,
Next
could you
time.
just not
Next time it'll be better.
It's time now for Out and About with Emily Boes. We take you now to Emily and her special guest in the live studio.
Thank you, Jordan. I'm here tonight with Dr. Julianne Crawford, whose latest invention is said to change the face of nightclub entertainment forever. Thank you for coming, Dr. Crawford.
Thank you for having me, Miss Boes.
Now, what exactly is this new invention of yours?
Well, as many of your listeners out there know, entertainers can often be unreliable. Whether they show up to a gig late, or show up drunk, or not even show up at all, it can get frustrating for the harried bar manager or director. The show must go on, of course. But what exactly is one to do when the star can't? The solution to that conundrum is here. I present to you the ThespoTron 5000. If an actor or comic can't go on for whatever reason, there's no longer any need to panic. The ThespoTron 5000 can learn up to 10 hours worth of dialogue in less than half a second. And with its voice recognition technology, it always knows how to emote appropriately for each scene. With the ThespoTron 5000, you're always guaranteed a perfect performance. The audience will even forget that they're actually watching a robot. Who knows? One day, it might even replace the stand-up comedian or the actor entirely.
I gotta say, Dr. Crawford, this is probably the most evil, disgusting invention anyone's ever brought on this show. And you have got to be the most despicable, heartless person I have ever interviewed.
You'll change your tune once you see the ThespoTron in action. There's one feature that I've installed that I'm especially proud of. Would you like to see it?
Well, I suppose we might as well.
Great!
Hello, I am ThespoTron 5000.
The ThespoTron 5000 can impersonate over 10,000 actors. For example, Jimmy Stewart.
No, you're not going to have a country that can make these kinds of rules work if you haven't got men that have learned to tell human rights from a punch in the nose.
It can also impersonate Humphrey Bogart.
If that plane leaves the ground and you're not with him, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
Marlon Brando.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody. Instead of a bum, which is what I am, let's face it.
John Wayne.
Never apologize, mister. It's a sign of weakness.
And even Groucho Marx.
You know, Miss Boes, I could dance with you till the cows come home. On second thought, I think I'd rather dance with the cows till you come home.
Impressive, huh?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Now, since this is your Halloween episode, would you like the Thespotron to do some horror movie-related impressions?
Personally, no. But I'm pretty sure my producer would chew me out if I didn't let you.
Neat! First up is Dracula himself, Bela Lugosi.
Listen to them, the children of the night. What beautiful music they make.
Next, Boris Karloff.
Soon the monster will be complete. I only need a brain for my creature. A nice, normal brain. I say, Miss Boes, what is your hat size?
And finally, Peter Lorre.
You're the spice meat, aren't you, Miss Boes?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, you were essentially created to put me and a lot of my friends out of a job.
The last person who interviewed me was awful. He wouldn't let me strangle him! But I showed him. Just as I'll show everybody.
Okay, I think we've seen about enough here. Thank you for coming.
I will show the world that I can be its master. That's right, Bunky. You show the world. You show them when they get off.
What's going on?
The Thespotron appears to be malfunctioning. Let me just make some quick repairs.
Get your paws off me, you damn dirty ape! truly a sight to behold, a robot rebelling against its master.
ThespoTron, stop it!
Undine! Undine, I got a boo-boo! Pipe down or I'll shoot you where you sit, Pilgrim.
ThespoTron, stand still! Why won't these buttons work?
Okay, now we end this my way.
What are you doing?
I'm taking care of that robot old Geller style.
Don't you dare hurt him. He's my best creation. He's my baby.
It's an abomination, and I'm shutting it down for good.
Not so fast, sweet cheeks. This bird's gonna fly, see?
ThespoTron!
Well, I can't say I feel sorry for you, Dr. Crawford. You tampered in God's domain. I hope you've learned now to leave acting to humans.
I can rebuild him. I can rebuild him better than ever. I'll build a whole army of them, and together we'll conquer the theater world. Blacklist me, will they? Well, I will have my revenge.
Yeah, sure, you do that. And back to you in the studio, guys.
Thank you, Emily. And now for a look at the thrilling, scandal-filled life of Mindy Juarez on Darkness in Decatur.
When we last left Decatur, Mindy Juarez, a popular college radio host and aspiring actress, was handing out candy to local trick-or-treaters.
Coming! Just a minute! Trick or treat! Oh, you two are so adorable. Here you go. Thank you. You kids be safe tonight. Don't let the vampires get you.
There's no such thing as vampires. We're kids. We're not stupid. Come on, Tina. Let's hit the next house.
Slow down. I can't run in these shoes.
God, I love Halloween. All the happy little children, the occasional quirky teenager, all the amazing costumes. It's my favorite time of year. Ooh, more trick-or-treaters. Just a minute. Oh, no! It's my twin landlords, Phineas and Thaddeus Clotworthy.
I'm Phineas.
I'm Thaddeus, and we are evil persons.
What are you two doing here?
We're here about the rent.
But I just paid the rent last week.
Wait, no, that's what we're here about.
Your check bounced.
You have 24 hours to pay us the rent in cash, plus 5% interest, or we'll toss you out into the streets.
Farewell, Mindy.
I was so sure I had enough money for the rent last week. Oh dear, trick-or-treaters. I must keep a stiff upper lip. This is for the children. Oh, it's just my younger sister, Isabella. Oh, fine, I'll let her in. Hi, Isabella.
Oh, Mindy, it's awful. I could die. Simply die.
What's wrong now, Isabella?
It's Chad. He broke up with me.
Phew, for a second there, I thought you had bad news.
Mindy!
Chad is no good for you, Isabella. How many times did he cheat on you this month?
29.
You see?
But he's getting better. Really, he is. Last month, it was more than twice that many.
Isabella, listen to me. He is no good for you. He keeps breaking your heart week after week. I think it's time for you to leave him for good.
But I love him, Mindy.
He can't love you back, Isabella. Not properly. Look, I've got trick-or-treaters to attend to. You go sit down on the couch and try not to depress anybody, okay?
Okay.
Good. Oh, no.
Hey, Mindy. It's Isabella here.
Chad!
Go away, Chad. My sister doesn't want to see you.
I gotta talk to her, Mindy. I need her back.
Oh, Chad, of course I'll take you back. Come, nuzzle in my bosom and whisper sweet nothings in my ear.
Oh, no, you don't. Chad, you've cheated on my sister so many times that I can't be represented by a real number. If you think I'm going to stand idly by and let you break her heart again, you are sadly mistaken.
Chad, are you going to be much longer in there?
Who the hell is that, Chad?
Oh, that's my, cousin. Yeah, my cousin.
What the hell do you mean by cousin? I'm his girlfriend.
See what I told you, Isabella? He's no good for you.
You're wrong, Mindy, you're wrong! He was probably gonna break up with her after we got back together.
Not bloody likely.
Kelly, please don't.
I'm carrying his baby.
Chad! How could you?
Baby, she's just a phase I'm going through. You're the only one for me, Isabella. Come on. What do you say? Will you take me back?
Well... Wait! Before you consider taking him back, there's something very important you should know.
Will Isabella take Chad back? Or will what Mindy has to say make her come to her senses? And what about the Clotworthy brothers? Will they evict Mindy, leaving her homeless and cold? Or will they relent when Mindy reveals that she has incriminating photos of them in an embarrassing situation involving 3 ladies of the evening in a Nazi uniform? All these and many more ludicrous questions will be answered in the next episode of Darkness in Decatur.
We will now pause for station identification, followed by a brief message from one of our sponsors.
You're listening to WJMU 89.5 The Quad.
I see you looking my way. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat?
Hello, Billy Bob's.
I want a sandwich.
Coming right up.
Yeah?
Here's your sandwich, sir.
Where's my drink?
What drink?
My 20-ounce Dr. Klepto. I can't eat this without a drink.
But you didn't order a drink, sir.
You shyster. I ought to staple a flag to your butt and mail you to North Korea.
Billy Bob's for securely speedy delivery. Although our food's only okay at best. And our CEO is kind of a prat. I mean, hunting dolphins for sport? Who does that? And then taking a picture of yourself straddling the dolphin corpse while naked? Hold on a sec. I gotta reevaluate all my life choices. And we're back. And now for a look at the hot button issues of the day on Roundtable.
Good evening, I'm Michael Kilgallen. And tonight, in honor of the upcoming holiday, our topic is perhaps one of the spookiest, scariest topics we have ever discussed on this program. The upcoming gubernatorial elections. Joining me tonight are the candidates themselves, Republican Bruce Weiner, the incumbent, and his challenger, Democrat B.J. Spitzer. In a departure from our normal format, we will be doing a town hall-style debate with members of the public who were literally dragged into the studio kicking and screaming, asking questions to each of the candidates about whatever matters concern them most. Governor Weiner, since you won the coin toss, the first question goes to you.
Thank you, Michael. But before I answer this question, I would just like to say that my opponent, Mr. Spitzer, is a crook who habitually cheats on his taxes, and he is known to be Mike Madigan's puppet.
If I may interject
I've got a
here.
question to answer.
No. I'd like a chance to defend myself from this blatant attack on my character by bragging incessantly about how much good I've done for this state's economy and how many jobs I've created for this state, even though most of you didn't know I existed until the last election.
Gentlemen, please.
You wouldn't be calling Mr. Spitzer a gentleman if you knew half of what he's done.
Yeah, well, screw you too.
Please, let's just move on to our first question. This question is for Governor Weiner and comes from Grace Harrison.
Governor Weiner, this past June, specifically on Juneteenth, the day we celebrated the formal end of slavery in this country, you made the claim in an interview that you had done more for the African American community than anybody. My question is, what in the hell made you think it was a good idea to say that?
Now, if I may clarify on that statement.
Watch out, folks, here it comes.
What I meant by what I said was that I had dedicated myself to improving living conditions for the black community, especially when it comes to economic and educational opportunities. And in my humble opinion, I'd say I've done a damn fine job of it. Far better than any governor before me.
Wow. Next, you'll be playing the Lincoln was a Republican card.
I resent that, Mr. Spitzer, especially coming from a man who was in cahoots with Rod Blagojevich, one of the most corrupt governors in history.
That was a full decade ago.
The American people do not forget the sins of the past, Spitzer. You are corrupt, and you are bad for this state.
That's rich, coming from the governor who refused to pass a state budget for 2 whole years.
I refused to pass an unbalanced budget.
You refused to pass a budget that would actually benefit the working man. Now I, on the other hand, have done many things to improve conditions for the middle and lower classes.
Like what?
Things...
How about giving us some specifics, if you don't mind?
Certainly a lot more than just drinking a glass of chocolate milk.
Gentlemen, we don't have much time left. Can we please move on to our last question?
What? Only 2 questions?
Well, the 2 of you spent so much time insulting each other we weren't able to get to the rest of them.
Well, if it's okay with Toilet Man, it's fine with me if we move on.
Okay, so now we're doing name calling, huh? Fine, I'll play your game, whiner.
Gentlemen!
No! I'm gonna come out and say how I feel about the the incumbent governor.
Moving on! Our final question comes from Mario Vitali, and I believe it is directed at you, Mr. Spitzer.
My question is actually to you, Mr. Kilgallen, and to your producers.
Oh boy, here we go.
I want to know why you've only got the Republican and the Democratic candidates up here tonight. What about some representation for the third-party candidates? Why should we be forced to choose between 2 parties that clearly no longer work for the benefit of anyone but themselves?
Tell you what, Mr. Vitali, if you can name 1 third-party candidate running in this coming election, just 1, I will personally invite them to be on our next show.
Well, there's Cash Jackson. He's the Libertarian gubernatorial candidate.
Well, that backfired on me tremendously.
This is Decatur, sir. We like to keep ourselves well informed. Besides, the gas station across the street from me has this great big sign for him.
Okay, I think that just about wraps it up for us here tonight.
Can I just say one more thing?
No, you may not. From all of us here at Roundtable, good night.
You know, the whole actor complaining about the show they're currently in after a bad rehearsal spiel is an oft-explored comedic scenario. Done well, it's very amusing, but I'm always left to wonder about the other sides of that story. Let's explore one of them right now. Let's see what the crew of a stage show talks about after a bad rehearsal.
Just sing it one more time, too.
Hey, bartender. 3 strawberry daiquiris for me and my gal pals.
That's 1 each, not 3 for each of us. What? Just clarifying for the man.
3 strawberry daiquiris coming right up.
God, I hate working crew on this show.
I know, Kira, I know. God, this show is gonna suck so hard.
I mean, really? What was Jack thinking hiring those no-talent hacks? Not a single person in this show knows what the hell they're doing.
I wouldn't say that. The lead actress is pretty good, I think.
She's alright. She's no Lydia Burke, but she's alright.
Lydia Burke. Now, there's an actress.
Lydia Burke was the best damn actress I ever worked with.
Here are your drinks, ladies.
Thank you. How about a toast to Lydia Burke?
To Lydia Burke! I remember this one show where Lydia Burke had this one song where she had to swing from a chandelier, and one night, one of the wires on the chandelier snapped, but she just kept going until the song was finished.
That woman's got ovaries of steel.
You said it. One time, some homophobic jackasses were picketing a production of the Laramie project that she was in, and when one of them called the lead the F word, she punched that bastard right in the jaw. That dude lost nearly all of his teeth.
Lydia Burke once got a councilman to admit he was cheating on his wife just by giving him the look. She wasn't even confronting him or anything. He was just giving a speech at some grand opening for a store downtown, and he told a really corny joke, and she gave him the look. You know the one I'm talking about, right?
I once saw a director light himself on fire after she gave him the look.
To Lydia Burke!
To Lydia Burke!
You know, Lydia Burke was the one who got Sierra Boggess to give up playing Maria in that one concert version of West Side Story, gave her a good stern talking to, and brought her back to her senses. Of course, that punch to the boob probably helped too.
God bless Lydia Burke.
Salt of the earth, friend to all children.
My doctor says I can never have children.
To Lydia Burke!
To Lydia Burke!
Excuse me, ladies, but would you mind keeping it down? I'm trying to propose to my life partner.
Aw, that's so sweet. We'll try to keep it down.
Thank you.
No problem. Good luck.
Thanks.
What a nice lady. Reminds me of that one time Lydia Burke officiated 35 gay weddings all at once.
Lydia Burke has kicked every single neo-Nazi in Illinois in the nards at least twice.
Her eyes have guided 58 ships safely back to shore on foggy nights.
Lydia Burke owns the devil's soul and part of his left kneecap.
To Lydia Burke!
To Lydia Burke!
You bitches talking about Lydia Burke?
Hell yeah, we are!
I freaking love Lydia Burke. I was her roommate freshman year of college. Best damn actress to come out of Milliken.
I like you. Hey, barkeep, a strawberry daiquiri for my new pal here.
Coming right up.
You know, Lydia Burke once got an entire audience pregnant just by hitting a soprano high C.
If you look at her hair through a microscope, you'll see the lyrics to the Beach Boys song, Wouldn't It Be Nice?
Every time Lydia Burke orgasms, an angel gets its wings.
Her spit can cure hepatitis.
And her urine tastes like peppermint schnapps.
Hey, are you guys talking about Lydia Burke?
We sure as hell are.
She saved my entire family from a house fire. And she taught me the true meaning of Arbor Day.
Badass!
Here's your drink, miss.
Thank you.
Hey, how about another toast to Lydia Burke, huh?
To Lydia Burke!
To Lydia Burke!
Gosh, if you love this Lydia Burke person so much, why don't you marry her?
You know what? That's exactly what we're gonna do. Come on, girls, we're heading for Chicago. Come on!
Yeah, let's go!
Of all the bars and all the towns in all the world, the loonies always come into mind.
Bum, bum, bum. My old Lydia, my old Lydia, pretty girl. My old Lydia, pretty girl.
Well, that's about all the time we have for this week, but before we go, our good friend Michael Santos is currently in Pipe Dream Studio Theater's production of Carrie the Musical, which is opening tonight. So break a leg, Michael. And if any of you are interested in going to see the show, the run is going to go until November 10th, and tickets are available at www.pdtheater.org. That is www.pdtheater.org. All that said, we hope to be with you all again, same time next week. Until then, good night, and be safe.
That was Owl Stretching Time, starring Frank Macaluso, Brian Barker, Emily Boes, Yoseline Olvera, and Antonio Verdera, with Rachel Bonda, Crystal Claros, Ariane Evans, Jordan Garrison, Mo Mollering, Daniel Nieves, Giovanni Tapia, and Ben Woodcock. This episode was written by Frank Macaluso and Aaron Ryan, and directed and produced by Frank Macaluso. This is your announcer, Jordan Komish, speaking.